All right, let's do this. What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. I have a package here that was sent into the channel from Pig Jigs. We're gonna check that out. I have a couple new drops from 6 Cents that I wanna talk to you about. I also have here in my hands the latest 6 sack from 6 Cents. We're gonna unbox, showcase, and talk about all of that stuff right now. All right. First things first, I want to talk about this little guy right here. This is one of the latest soft plastic drops from 6 Cents. It's called the Sketch, and the mindset behind this bait originally was to pair it up with the drop shot. So I've got a little pack of 6 Cents drop shot hooks right here. Nose hook, little nose rig on this guy. I want to go back a little bit further on the chin on this, I think, and then I'm going to pull that hook point towards the nose of the bait so that that thing sits kind of horizontal in the water column like that, right? So I don't know how many worms live on the bottom of the lake, but I know a bunch of bait fish, minnows, smaller profile, fish-shaped creatures live down there in the deeps of the depths of the depths of the deeps. So 6 Cents created the Sketch to be fished on a drop shot to provide minnow profile, something in contrast to like your typical little worm drop shot bait. But you know me, I always say there are no rules in bass fishing, and if there are rules, break them. And I've had my hands on this bait for a while. Don't worry, we're gonna move on pretty quickly here. I just wanted to let you guys know that the Sketch has dropped. It's the new minnow profile bait that was created with drop shotting in mind. However, I'm gonna show you guys how I've been utilizing this bait. Because to be honest with you, when I first got it, it just showed up. Sometimes 6 Cents will send me a package and it just arrives, and I haven't had a chance to like pick the team's brain over what they had in mind when they were creating a bait like this. And I got a prototype pack of these things a long time ago, and I just started thinking, that's an interesting looking bait. Typically, I'm not throwing a drop shot, at least not a lot. Every once in a while, I do resort to picking up the swizzle stick and going super finesse on them. The Glitch 3.8, which is my favorite drop shot bait from 6 Cents, this little guy right here. It has a similar bait fish profile, but you can see the Sketch is more elongated, and it has the fork tail bait fish all the way on the Sketch. A little bit straighter body, larger profile on the Sketch. I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't thrown it on the drop shot yet, but that's what they had in mind when they created it. This is what I did with it when I first got it. Here's a little Divine spinnerbait. I've been running this as my spinnerbait trailer. Typically, I don't run a trailer on my spinnerbait because a lot of times they're headshotting the blades anyway, and I might run a trailer hook, but as far as putting an actual soft plastic trailer on the back of my spinnerbait, it's not something that I typically do. But when I saw this, I thought to myself, man, you know what? That's a tight enough profile, slim profile. That might actually like do really well on the back of a spinnerbait. So this is how I, without having known what they had in mind when they created the bait, this is what I was doing with it. So let me show you. I'm gonna get it rigged up real quick here. Get it locked down on that screw lock. That's how I was fishing it right there. And I was smashing them on it. They were loving this thing. So that was what came to mind for me, but I'm sure you could get creative and figure out multiple ways to use that bait. But designed with drop shotting in mind, the new Sketch soft plastic minnow bait from 6 Cents is now available. You guys check that out. I'm gonna put this Glitch up, throw this bag back up here on the tackle wall. That's that sick plum dawn color. Both of those drop shot heaters available. Shout outs to Pig Jigs for sending us a little envelope. Word on the street is he actually DM'd me and told me what he was gonna send. So I think this is BFS related. Let's check it out. Oh, dirty. Got a sticker to add to the locker. Pigjigs247.com. Look at these. Look at these finesse jigs. BFS finesse jigs. I mean super finesse. 1/16 of an ounce on this one. This is a little guy. Check that thing out. That is sick, dude. 1/16 ounce, tiny little BFS jig. This one is also 1/16 ounce. The Gill BF Swim. Check this thing out, dude. A little swim jig. Little BFS sized bluegill pattern swim jig. Dirty. What trailer would you run on that? Might have to cut down a Glitch to put on the back of there. That's sick. Another sticker. Awesome. What else do we have? A little BFS underspin. Really cool. Little piece of terminal right here called the Piggy Spin. Got the little propeller on there. Pew, pew. Take flight, that thing's spinning. Sweet, dude. 1/16 of an ounce on these. Check this one out. Little BFS bladed jig right here. 1/8 of an ounce. BFS chatterbait. Awesome, I like that color. Black, green, brown, and blue. Sweet, dude. Shout outs to Pig Jigs for sending us some BFS heaters. I don't really have any of these style baits for the BFS setup. You know, I throw a lot of the hard bait stuff. The Mega Bass Karashi and small baits like that. But it's cool to now have some smaller BFS profile jig style baits in the arsenal. That thing right there is super sick, dude. Little 1/16 ounce finesse jig, black and purple. Freaking sick, dude. What would you, hold up. Let's take one of these Plum Dawn glitches. I was trying to think, like, what would I put on the back of here? You need like a BFS soft plastic to run as a trailer, right? Yeah, even the glitch gonna be way too big. You'd have to cut that thing way down. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know what's going on. There's like a garbage truck or something sitting outside my house, just engine running. I don't know what that's about. Hopefully you guys can't hear it. It's always something, dude. I turn on the camera, here comes the freaking dump truck. All right, let me see if I can get this rigged up. I just cut the tail off of this glitch because I just want to see if it'll work as a trailer for this tiny little BFS jig. I think that might do it. Look at that little guy. You think they'd eat that? That's just the tail off a glitch on the back of that BFS finesse jig. Just imagine that thing sitting down there on the bottom of the lake, jiggling and wiggling. They gonna smoke that. Shout outs to Pig Jigs for sending us in the BFS heat. Gotta be careful not to lose those. They'll get blown off the table, never to be seen again. Turn the ceiling fan on. But wait, there's more. 6 Cents recently dropped another new one on us, and I got a box full of it right here. So let's check this out. Fire. A little bit of everything in here. Sweet. Check out that Ridge Lizard. This is a new color drop from 6 Cents. It's another fresh take on an old classic. It's called Black and Blue Pro. And they sent me a bundle of all the new Black and Blue Pro soft plastics to check out here with you guys. I like this. It's pretty sick. I've been really building confidence in the black and blue stuff lately. Some of you guys were getting on me for saying building confidence in black and blue. Black and blue is like a classic bass fishing color. I know, I'm aware. Black and blue is like a bass fishing staple. It's just a color combination that for whatever reason in my head, I've never sort of been able to get over that confidence barrier with. We all have our confidence baits, we all have our confidence colors, our confidence patterns, and for whatever reason, I never gravitated towards black and blue. I know it's a staple in bass fishing. All that being said, I am starting to build my confidence in the black and blue stuff just in time for 6 Cents to drop the Black and Blue Pro on us. So it's a black and blue pattern, as you can see, but then on the other side, it has like, I want to say like a blue, like a cosmic blue shad. It's lighter, smokier, kind of gray, but a lot of vibrant flake. I'm not seeing much black flake in it. It's just the blue. Light blue, purple, dark blue, really shimmery. It's like a mix between a cosmic shad, cosmic shiner. I don't know why that word cosmic just comes to mind when I look at this color. And black and blue. So it's black and blue with a little bit more shiny shad combined therein. So you got the Bodegster, the Bodega 4.8 right there. Got the Black and Blue Pro Stroker Craws, the Black and Blue Pro Bongo. So dark on the top, cosmic black and blue on the bottom. Got the Prawn 4.2. Let's take a look at the Prawn. The OG creature bait, flipping bait, craw bait, slim profile beaver style bait. So there you go. Top side, OG, old school, black and blue. And then you have that fresh, sort of cosmic, smoky, vibrant, shimmering blue on the belly. It's like a little bit more vibrant version of black and blue. But where this color really sort of stands out to me was on these gill style baits. The flip gill and the buzz gill black and blue pro. This color is so sick, dude. So sick. Look at this thing. Yeah, that's a super heater, dude. All you Florida guys that like the black and blue stuff, this is gonna be a color for you right here. And it's gonna be a color for me as I continue to build my confidence in the black and blue stuff. Black and Blue Pro, the new soft plastic heater from 6 Cents, available now in all the 6 Cents soft plastic baits. You got the prawn, you got the Congo craw, you got the hog walla, got the bambusa, like I said, the bongo, the stroker, the bodega, the buzzgill, and we might as well take a look at the ridge lizard. Let's bust out a lizard, dude. Black and Blue Pro Ridge Lizard 5.7. And I don't know that we've talked about the Ridge Lizard too much directly here on the main channel. But as you can see, the Ridge Lizard, it has the same tail as the Ridge Worm. And these legs right here, they're so lightweight, so delicate. And the feet have these little toes on there that catch water. When you drag this thing, it literally like scurries. It like, it does the thing, you know? It's got a lot of action to it, really soft, old school throwback bait. We all used to throw the lizards when we were a kid. It was nothing like catching one on a lizard, you know? Lizard crawling around on the bottom of the lake. Bass is like, I'm gonna eat that. So check out the new Black and Blue Pro from 6 Cents and the new Sketch. As always, making a freaking mess here on the table as we go that I will have to clean up after I get done filming this video. But I know you guys all want to see what went out in the 6 sack. This is the August 2025 6 Cents 6 sack monthly bait subscription service right here. Spoiler alert, we're gonna get into the August sack. I'm gonna show you guys everything that went out technically last month. Now here we are already in the first week of September. My Lord, time is flying, guys. This year is ripping by. I always have a good time unboxing the 6 sack with you guys. I've unboxed every single one that I've received every month here on the channel for literally years. I've been a 6 sack subscription member since like 2019. Has it been that long? Oh my gosh. Yeah, since 2019 or 2020, I've been doing this right here on the channel with you guys. Haven't missed a sack yet. Always have a blast. And if you guys like what you see in the sack, of course, you can build your tackle pile, tackle mile, without ever having to leave the house. Become a 6 sack subscriber yourself. Use my code JR6SACK to knock $10 off the price of that first sack. $50+ value in every box. Exclusive baits, early drops, exclusive access to colors that will never be available or for sale to the masses. Those are just a few of the benefits of being a 6 sack subscriber. The JR6SACK, $10 off your first sack. It's like 28 bucks. If you want to sign up, check it out, and then cancel, that's cool. But I've been signed up for years, and I always have a blast opening these things with you guys. So let's check out what went out now last month in the 6 Cents 6 sack. Black and gold in this one. Blaze is on it, trying to get these boxes. He wants the boxes. Blaze, no. If I throw the boxes, he's gonna start going berserk on me, making a bunch of noise in the background. We already got a bunch of noise in the background because somebody just came and parked their, I don't know, dump truck out in front of my house as soon as I hit record. So that's good times. But let's check out what went out in August in the 6 Cents 6 sack. Yeah, nice little thumbnail right there. 6 sack unboxing going down. Let's do it. First up, I see right here on top, the Axis Metal 2.0 4K bluegill. The bluegill are up shallow, guys. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've definitely noticed. If you watched my last video where we were out on the water fishing, I mean, there are hundreds, if not thousands of bluegill all along the bank, and I saw bass just hanging out a little bit deeper, and then coming up and murking bluegill left and right while I was out fishing. So this 4K bluegill, metal lipped, swinging lip, really wide swinging, swimming, unique action on this. It really hunts. You got the metal lip, so it's gonna deflect really well, extremely durable, and the body just swings back and forth, really causes this thing to swim just a little bit wilder and a little bit different than your traditional square bill crankbait. Bang this thing through the shallows and target those shallow bluegill eaters. Nice little way to kick off this month's 6 sack. What else do we have? Little piece of terminal tackle right here, the Dome jig heads. I wonder what they have in store for us inside this sack to pair up with this piece of terminal tackle. Number 2, Dome jig heads. So they have the dome shape to them. The Dome jig heads, part of the Masterclass series. 6 Sense continues to expand their terminal tackle line, and they make some really quality stuff. Love their hooks, love their weights. The Dome jig heads. Set these off to the side. Maybe there's something in here to pair up with those suckers. Let's see what this is. Okay. No, that goes back in. What did I say it before we got off into the sack? Exclusive bait drops, early access to products. That right there is a new bait that I have never seen before. That's a new bait that I didn't even know about, didn't even know that they were working on that, but they've included an all new heater in the 6 sack this month. That was a bait drop right there, and I had to put it back in the bag because we're gonna save that one for last, and I think they will pair up nicely with those Dome jig heads. But let's keep it rolling. Check it out, little piece of Masterclass in this month's 6 sack. Strobe Minnow 4.0 and olive flash is the color. Check this out, the 6 Sense minnow bait. You know, the minnow shaking sort of took over the game, the forward-facing sonar thing, but I think this right here would make an excellent like smaller chatterbait trailer, finesse chatterbait. You can do a lot with this thing. Extremely soft plastic, lifelike, incredible live paint on these things. I mean, the paint patterns, the paint schemes, every one of these baits hand painted, guys. Look at that. Look at the scaling on the side of the gill plate. Extremely lifelike, extremely realistic. You could drop shot this, throw it on a tungsten ball head. You could throw one of these freaking Dome jig heads on it and fish it on the bottom. You know, super finesse, throw it on spinning gear. That's that little Strobe Minnow right there. 4.0 Masterclass heater going out in this month's 6 sack. I saw some comments where some people were like, why don't they put some Masterclass stuff in the 6 sack? There you go. All right, what's next? Another one, another piece of Masterclass tackle. This is the Strobe Shaker 3.0 in Live Minnow, which is my favorite color from the Masterclass series. Again, super realistic live paint on each one of these baits. Look at this. Look at how realistic, the realism. Beautiful. This one's got the lip on there. This one is made to shake, rattle, and roll. It's gonna rock back and forth. Designed to be paired up with the 6 Sense ball head tungsten jig heads. That forehead, that big forehead is what gives this thing that unique action, that roll, that body roll that the fish apparently really love. I'm not the best live scoper, I'm not the best minnow shaker, but I will tell you this, I've had some extremely aggressive bites on this bait right here when I was throwing it out into deeper schools. But you don't have to have forward-facing sonar to use those baits. Bass eat minnows. You can just cast them and shake them through where you know or feel that there are fish likely to be, and you will still catch them. Let's check this out. What else do we have this month? There's all kinds of stuff in here, dude. Got a pack of juggle minnows, Ghost Pro Shad juggles. Soft plastic, heavy, dude. The juggle minnow, that's probably 6 Sense. Their staple minnow bait right there. You can do a lot with that. You got terminal tackle that's designed specifically to pair up with the juggle minnow on 6sensefishing.com. You guys check it out. If you don't want to sign up for the 6 sack, you can just shop 6 Sense and use my code JR10 at checkout for 10% off everything on the website. And that is the #1 way that you guys can support the channel. If you enjoy the unboxings, you like watching the videos, and you want to know how you could help, that's how you could help keep this whole thing running, man. Just shop some 6 Sense heat, punch in that JR10 for the win. Shout outs to the JR10 army. You guys are the lifeblood and the fuel to the fire here on this channel. Couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. Shoot me a screenshot so I can give you a shout out on social media if you do use my JR10 code. Punch it in and you are a lifetime member of the JR10 Army. That discount applies to everything that I'm showing you right here, man. All the Black and Blue Pro, the Juggle Minnow, the Masterclass, the Terminal Tackle. Even more soft plastics this month. Check it out. The Krug Tube in Gravel Craw. When this bait came out, I started fishing it and caught so many fish. It became such a confidence bait for me. Check this out. It's a tube that's also a craw. So it's a craw tube, the Krug 3.0. I fish it with a 2/0 or a 3/0 EWG hook, a 1/4 ounce bullet weight, Texas rigged on my 7.4 medium heavy Mod Fast Heater Series rod, also available direct from 6 Cents. Shout outs to everybody that's been sending me pictures and messages on Instagram and Facebook, out there fishing with the Heater Series rod. It's absolutely incredible to me. I could never thank you guys enough. The Heater family, anyone out there using one of my signature rods, my signature line of rods, the Heater Series that I worked in collaboration with 6 Cents to create, they're out there, they're available for you all. And the 7.4 medium heavy Mod Fast, that's like my Texas rig rod, and that's what I typically throw this little Krug tube on. And caught a lot of fish on this little guy. I really like the Krug tube. They thought about some things when they were making this. It's not just a hollow tube. It's reinforced here at the tail section, so the plastic is a little thicker, a little more durable right here, and also down here on the body, same thing. But you have this hollow, you hear it? Yeah, the bait's hollow. It's like an old school tube bait, but it's designed with the crawfish profile in mind. It's got these really lifelike flowing claws, tentacles, what are the things? Yeah, those things. They're all there, man. They're all there. He got a big old beard. And I think these dome head jig heads pair up perfectly with the Krug tube. Let's bust one out. These are the raw color, the unpainted #2. How heavy are these? 3/32 of an ounce. So this one's gonna be like BFS style. Yeah, this one's suited for BFS. So I could take this right here, pair it up, and go throw this on BFS right now. Let's take a look at what it looks like. Let's see. When I rig one up. Check that out, dude. That looks dirty. That's money right there. That's a heater. Perfect pairing. Yeah, I would definitely throw this, and they would definitely eat it. That's a cool little matchup right there. That dome jig head and that Krug tube heater. I'm gonna set that right there. But let's keep it rolling. Like I said, guys, there is a brand new bait in this sack. Check this out. Ball drop shot lead casting series 1/4 ounce. You know what comes to mind when I look at this? Free rig. See, these have the hard loop on there. Compared to the pitch black drop shot weights, the tungsten drop shot weights that 6 Cents produces, they have the little teardrop line tie that's made to sort of, you know, break free and cut through the line if your weight gets snagged on the bottom of the lake. This one just has a direct full loop line tie, and that, my friends, just screams free rig to me. So let's talk about that really quickly. Free rig would be, let's see, I can just utilize this braid, this spool of braid that I have right here, to sort of demonstrate why a piece of terminal tackle like this is becoming increasingly more valuable and usable in today's world, because a lot of people are throwing that free rig, and it's something that I am experimenting with myself. Let's figure this out here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab one of these Black and Blue Pro prawns, a 4/0 EWG stout wide gap hook. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take that ball drop shot lead with the full loop line tie, and we're just gonna slide that sucker onto the braid. And that's it. Boom. Let it swing free. Get where we're going with this? Now I'm gonna tie my EWG on, rig up the prawn real quick. Old Prawn John Silver. Haven't thrown the prawn in a while. I might need to go out and throw this thing around, man. See how she operates on the free rig. Get it rigged up just like you would normally, and then you got this kind of action going on right here, and that's how you fish it. The free rig. I'm sure you guys have seen it sort of exploding in popularity lately, and they do make dedicated free rig weights. There are weights that were specifically designed for this technique. This right here is immediately what I thought of when I saw these ball drop shot lead weights. You guys go out and try this rig next time you're fishing and see if the free rig might be something that you want to experiment with as well. I know it's sort of gaining traction. So as soon as I saw these, that's what popped into my head. Of course, you could use them just as your regular old drop shot weight as well, but that's probably what I would utilize that little pack of terminal tackle for personally. Just another extra idea, just like the sketch on the back of that spinnerbait. Sometimes stuff was designed for a certain thing, and you can take that thing and use it for another thing, and oftentimes it'll end up working. And if it doesn't, who cares? It's all good. Bass fishing rules, break them, make your own. Next up, we got a 6 cents finesse jig, black and blue, 7/16 ounce, perfectly in theme with the rest of the video, the black and blue. Let's see what can we do here really quick. Let's take an up close and personal look at this black and blue jig. So you got the ball head finesse cut. That's what this is right here, the little shorter strands of the skirt that have been clipped, give it that crazy haircut. That's the finesse cut. You have a little bit of a lighter weed guard, screw lock bait keeper, still a really high quality, durable, stout hook on there. But this, sometimes I'll throw the bongo on there, but I want to show you something else really quick. This is the Busa Ned. Now, like I said, I'm still building my confidence in the black and blue, so I don't have any black and blue Busa Ned baits here. But, I've seen people take like a more green pumpkin style trailer bait and pair it up with their black and blue, and oftentimes it looks pretty sick. But this is the move right here. On the finesse jig, get a Busa Ned 3.3, and typically you think crawfish, you think creature bait for your trailer on a jig. But let me tell you, let me show you. I'm gonna tell you and show you, dog. Dropping knowledge, dropping heater knowledge here on this channel. Subscribe to the channel, do it. Just do it right now, free and easy. Just click the button, turn the notification bells on. Thank you. I'm telling you, dudes, that freaking Busa Ned on the back of a finesse jig is just too sick. That one's got a little curly Q on the tail, like a little scorpion. I kind of like that. And then you could take this, this is probably what I would do if I was actually gonna go fish this. I would probably just clip those off into my coffee. That's funny. I would, trim these skirt down just a little. Now I would also take off about 1/8 or half an inch of that weed guard. There we go. It doesn't look too bad on that black and blue jig. You guys let me know, do you mix the natural soft plastic colors with your black and blue? I think that looks pretty good. I think they would eat that, honestly. But that Busa Ned is really what I wanted to show you, man. It just pairs up perfectly with the 6 cents ball head finesse jig. It's a little bit different profile. You think creature bait crawfish on a jig, but this little straight tail bait fish profile, I'm telling you, boy, they were gonna eat that. But wait, there's more. A new soft plastic drop, in addition to these drop shot hooks that were in the sack as well. Man, they loaded it down. Quick review. You got the ball drop shot weights. You got the drop shot hooks. You got the dome jig heads. You got the Krug 3.0. You got the juggle minnows. You got 2 pieces of masterclass minnow heat with the strobe minnow and the strobe shaker. You got the black and blue ball head finesse jig. and you have an exclusive early access drop to a new soft plastic that I have never seen before called the Bounce Worm 3.0. This color is Milliken Smoke. Let's check it out. Let's get our first ever up close and personal look at the Bounce Worm. There it is, guys. The Bounce Worm 3.0 Milliken Smoke. As you can see, it's a little finesse sort of worm bait. Could probably drop shot this, but I have a feeling they put these freaking dome jig heads in here. Oh yeah. Heck yeah, dude. Imagine that guy bouncing around down there on the bottom. Oh, it would probably even go sick on the back of this freaking jig, dude. Oh, I bet it would look sick on the back of that jig. Or could use it as cut it down and use it on one of those little BFS jigs. But check this thing out, dude. I kind of got rigged, kind of wonkified there. There it is, the Bounce Worm. So it's got the weighted tail on there, you know. So when you're giving this thing action, this thing's gonna be flopping around. The new soft plastic Bounce Worm 3.0 from 6th Sense. Never seen this bait before. Had no idea this was coming. I'm sure it'll be available site-wide soon, but as we often do, we find out about these things by being 6SAC subscription holders, and that's just something really cool that they do. They send out exclusive baits and exclusive colors, early access, early drops to anyone who signs up for the 6SAC. JR6SAC, $10 off the first sack. JR10 for 10% off everything on 6centsfishing.com. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this unboxing. I think the sickest thing that I saw today is that Black and Blue Pro in the gill style baits. That color just looks amazing. You guys let me know if there's anything in here that you gravitate towards. Shout outs to freaking Pig Jigs for sending in all the BFS gear. That's super sick. Shout outs to 6th Sense for always keeping me laced up with the heat. We over here in 6th Sense Bait Camp glowing with the neon ambionics. That's a pretty cool little bait right there. You think they'll eat that? You guys let me know. Stoked on the sack this month. I love it when we get an exclusive early access drop to something that nobody else has seen. Why don't you guys tell me there was a new bait in the sack this month, man? Spoiler alert, there's everything that was contained within, and I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. But that's about all I got for you today. That about does it. That about wraps her on up. So I'm gonna say goodbye for now, and I will see you on the next one.